I tell you that Kenyans will never tire in making the Odinga family so unhappy. More particularly at this time when Raila's state of health is under questions. You all know what has been going on social media. There are those people who see that it is high time for Raila Odinga to join his ancestors. And they have been connecting the enigma with the Lee funeral home. That is not enough. There are also those people who have come out suggesting that this is the right time for Babu Owino to be endorsed as the Luo Kingpin due to his political prowess.
Debate around transition, even and as far as ODM leadership is concerned. The party is marking 20 years. Curiously, the main event that was to be held this month in Mombasa to celebrate the 20 years of ODM has been postponed to November. We do not know if there's a connection with him traveling abroad, but and I think one of the cartoons captured it. I think it's a cartoon on the Star that has Babu Owino there suggesting that he's ready to fill the big shoes and saying, see, the online people have spoken. But you can see the connection with the health matters because there's that, what do you call it, the stethoscope.
And I think this takes us back again to how Raila rose to become the enigma or the man he is. It was actually after the demise of his own father, Jaramogi Odinga. And I think from that moment to now, he's not, he's held the mantle, so to speak, and he has not handed over to any other individual or any other politician from that region. But clearly, of course, not just speculation, but it is a fact that Babu seems to be the only leader from the Luo Nyanza who is commanding the kind of respect and clout that Raila has always enjoyed. So I think that is what the cartoon, I observed, and I don't know whether you saw this in Demoli. During the funeral of the former minister, Dalmas Otieno, the kind of reception that Babu Owino got was huge. I mean, so many people did not expect that, going by the fact that Babu has almost defied the principle. They're not working hand in hand, of late. But it's like the people have accepted. After Raila, this guy can actually take us forward.
And it's interesting that you mentioned that funeral service of the late Dalmas Otieno, because Raila Odinga was curiously absent there. His statement was read by his brother, Babu Odinga, who was actually older than him.
Exactly.
And that said something, because by then I think Raila Odinga was still within the country.
And possibly if he is unwell, because I'm not privy to that kind of I'm not privy to that kind of information. But if he's really unwell, then it was prudent. It was okay for him to avoid such a gathering, because at his age, you remember the issues that we are dealing with during COVID. At that age of 70s, 80, going all the way maybe even to 100, your immunity is really low. So you don't want again to go exposing yourself to that kind of an environment where there are so many people. And the space is also, there's too much congestion in those kind of environments. So it's okay for him to avoid if he felt like he didn't have the strength to.
Earlier on, you mentioned something about him possibly taking a step back from active politics, probably because of age and maybe a bit of health issues. But what do you think that if would have on the current political space? That Raila Odinga could possibly take a step back and say, okay, fine, now I won't engage in a lot of...
Let me tell you, if there's one person who would suffer greatly, if Raila Odinga...
Now let's see what is driving this kind of discussion forward. And let's start with the timing of it. This discussion is coming at a time when Raila's state of health is under speculations. ODM party, together with the family of Odinga, are insisting that Raila is well and kicking. If we Kenyans, we know that Raila is not okay physically. Now this is the thing. In Luo community, it is said that you can't succeed your father in the homestead if he is still alive. And if you see this discussion now cropping up at this time, it is like these people are insinuating that Raila might not make it. He might leave the world. And if that happens, unfortunately, then Babu Owino should be made the Luo Kingpin. Now let us see other reasons which can lead Babu Owino to be made the Luo Kingpin. Babu Owino is not just any politician, more particularly coming from Luo Nyanza. This is a politician who is so loved. This is a politician with unwavering political grounds, more particularly from that Luo region. So if you see people insinuating that he is the right successor to Raila in Luo politics, that indeed he is the one. Because right now, you can't compare Babu Owino with other politicians from Luo community. He's way ahead of them. Babu Owino is being seen as someone who is so young, courageous, fearless, and intelligent. And with the Luo communities, they like to go with people who are so courageous, fearless, and also intelligent. So that is what is making Babu Owino to be ahead of the rest. And Babu Owino also, his politics always resonate well with his people. I also believe or hope that you remember how it was received at Otieno Dalmas burial at Rongo.
Vijana ra, wazee tidim, wazee telala, warembo hai, wamama mme, jokanyana muti, ero kamano, mokwongo, adwana kau polo ni makende, mondo miago mos, ne family aya. Awinja ukoro wa watu matin. Warembo hai. Wamama mme. Jokanyana muti. Ero kamano. Mokwongo. Adwana kau polo ni makende. Mondo miago mos. Ne family aya. Awinja ukoro wa watu matin. Where watch matin. Awinjo huka besa. Kora kwa mondo mia los matin. Weura los matin. Awinjo koro ne family mar jatelo Dalmas Otieno, minwa mama Dorothy, gi mama Patricia, gi family te mar Dalmas Otieno. Agonu mos kabisa kumoto won paro, kumito wono, kumito nyathiu, mosoru jorongo. Marario, ero urukamano. Vijana ria, vijana tibim. Nataka niseme kiufupi kwa vijana ambao wako hapa. Nataka tuwe organized, tusiharibu matanga tafadhali. Tafadhali tusiharibu matanga. Dalmas alikuwa very organized person. Tunyamaze tu, tunachukua dakika moja. Kwa mavijana wetu, kwa majenzi wetu, tunawaomba mjisajili, mchukue kura. Kura yako ndio afya yako. Kura yako ndio maisha yako. Kura yako ndio mabadiliko kwako. Kura sio karatasi tu, bali kura ni risasi ya mabadiliko. Ya mwisho nataka msikie hii. Tuko na Prime Cabinet Secretary hapa. Kuna Prime Cabinet Secretary hapa. Kuna Wakenya ambao wameshikwa huko Uganda. Tukimaliza hii burial, tunaambia Mheshimiwa Mudavadi apigie Museveni simu watoe hao Wakenya ambao wameshikwa. Na wale Wakenya ambao wanashikwa Migingo pia watolewe. Asanteni sana. Haya sasa turudi. Haya turudini basi, asanteni.
This is the thing. For a fact, Babu Owino by now would have been the Luo Kingpin. From that moment, that Baba lost the last general elections because that was the end of Baba politically. But being that Baba Raila Odinga is so selfish and he doesn't want someone elevating himself or herself to be the Luo Kingpin, he still stays as the Luo Kingpin. Because according to him, he wants to rule Luos until maybe he dies. And that's why you now see some Luos are like celebrating in prior to Raila's death. Like Marvin Aokon, what he posted was somehow a celebration in prior. That it is the right time that Luos will be liberated from the regime of Raila Odinga. Because they have seen Raila Obolo Odinga trying to thwart every person who tries to grow up politically in that particular region. And that is something that is not good. Now that Raila is now sickling, for what I know, people have become so suggestive, saying that if in case Raila joins its ancestors, then Babu Owino, without wasting time, should just be made the kingpin of the Luo nation. And with me, I concur with that. Not even if Raila is dead, Raila should just retire politically because his age doesn't allow him to be in politics. If I were Baba, right now I would be storing with my grandchildren at home. But because he is so naive and also selfish, that's why he has refused to step down. I'm not suggesting that he dies so that Babu Owino can take the throne. But what to me I can suggest is that Baba should just retire and leave someone else also to have the mantle and lead the Luos politically. That is my take, guys. Do you think that Babu Owino is the rightful person or politician to succeed Baba in Luo Nyanza? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you in our next video. Bye and take